So, from a Department of Education point of view, one of the biggest challenges and our biggest objective is for the whole system is to ensure that every student across New South Wales has equitable access to high quality teaching and learning. So that's what we have to achieve every single day across New South Wales, across the New South Wales education system. Technology can be an enabler to that, and that's one of the things we're really grappling with at the moment, is identifying what the challenges are to enabling technology-led teaching and learning across New South Wales, but also what are the opportunities in terms of equitable access, in terms of flexibility, and in terms of differentiated learning for our students. So one of the most important things we're doing in terms of really understanding our student needs is what we're calling the student and parent experience. So like other sectors, really understanding who your customers are, what their preferences are, what their needs are. We're doing that now across the New South Wales education system. So we've created a student and parent experience function, and they are engaging across the state now with parents and really understanding the importance of parental engagement in their child's education. All the evidence suggests when parents positively partner with their school, their child's outcomes increase. So we have to move with parents in terms of their engagement. Equally, we know if students feel a sense of belonging in their school, their outcomes are better, they engage better with their classroom teacher and their education system. So we really need to get to the heart of really understanding what are our parents and our students needing, what's their experience in school, and the more feedback we get from them, the more we can define improvements in our education system. So everything we are focused on is about improving student outcomes across New South Wales. That's both academic outcomes and wellbeing outcomes. Using data and evidence is really critical in understanding the achievements of every student. So you'll know in many schools we now have data walls where our teachers can look across every face of the school, every student in their school, and understand what their achievements are, both across their say literacy and numeracy, but also across their wellbeing and belonging. And that gives the teachers a really good baseline to understand every class is different, every student is different, to differentiate their teaching practice and to make sure as a system we know who are the students we really need to focus on and which teachers need our help across the system to achieve those better outcomes. So for me, innovation is about try, test and learn. And we've really adapted and adopted try, testing and learning, particularly through the pandemic. We are trying to do different things, particularly technology-enabled pedagogy at the moment, and some really exciting innovation in our system. Virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D printing is really bringing students' imagination to life in their education classes, for example. One of the things I was most excited about through the pandemic was our opportunity to deliver live online lessons to any student who found themselves, for whatever reason, learning from home because they're in isolation or they weren't well. And that's a real enabler of equity. So every student, wherever they live, whether it's regional, rural or remote, can access high quality teaching and learning by just logging on to lessons that we were making available from wherever we had expert and high quality teachers. That's not something we've done before. We've clearly always had distance education. We've had opportunities for students to learn from home, but to have a high quality evidence-based class running, and then we can make that available to students, not just for their own class, but across classes so they can meet a new peer group, a new set of friends across the state. That's very exciting. I think we've got to leverage the lessons from that. Great just to meet lots of educators who are really keen to talk about the future of education and how technology can enable that, because that's part of my responsibility across the system. It's really good to hear the positive feedback that we're hearing from many of the speakers and some of my colleagues in the audience about the rural access gap, and how that has really brought to life technology and digital enablement in the classroom, but really focused on pedagogy and what works well for teachers and students in the classroom. So it's great to hear the feedback from our colleagues about rural access gap, and we're interested to see where we can take that next.